I've never done this before, Mitch. I'm nervous. There we go. Look, I just want to say thank you to Soul Bliss because this is an amazing addition to the podcast. Click. All right. What episode are we up to, Mitch?
114.
Are you sure?
No.
Double check.
Okay, let me beep boop beep beep boop. 114.
Okay, beep boop beep boop.
Yep.
All right. So tonight we have a guest on, and it's the first episode in 4 weeks.
We have a guest on?
Oh my god,
that's so unusual for our show.
So we've got Hann Quaife on.
Yeah.
That likes to go under the name the DJ Hann.
DJ Hann?
Hann?
I guess, yeah. That's the one.
I guess. I hope I got it right. And amazingly enough, I'm going to just say this right now. I want our guests to bring us more tea instead of bringing us alcohol. Because, like, alcohol's bad in UK.
Is your family, like, British? English
yeah, my mum is. Yeah.
Ah,
there it is.
That's where I come from.
Well, cheers.
Shout out to mum.
Cheers, Hannah's mum. Thank you for the
what
tea.
What are you drinking, by the way, that you said was so good?
Oh, it's like lemon stuff.
Do you like it? It's
really
green tea with lemon.
I really do like it. So, let's get this ball on the roll. So, you're a DJ.
I am.
And so, how long have you been DJing for, and how did you get into it? And
yeah.
I always say it, Mitch. I always say it. How did you get into it?
How did it happen?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so I probably started properly playing in 2017 or 2018.
Nice.
Yeah, around then. So about four years-ish.
Yeah. That's actually good though. You know, you're 4 years into it.
4 years in, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you the whole backstory?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So like as a kid, I was always like into music and like played a bunch of instruments and like.
What instruments? we can compare.
Compare answers, yeah.
Like samey story. Jays.
No, it's not.
I mean, you have to like music in order to be a DJ.
Well, you do,
yeah.
I guess.
So from humble beginnings.
Yeah. So I played.
Go on, sorry. I'm
Okay,
just going to take
Wait, let me put it on Alex's camera so you can
I'm
watch
getting
it.
hot.
It's the love lamp.
No, don't do that. But go on.
So I played piano and I played the cello.
Same.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really? You played the cello?
Yep, no, go on, and then
And
I'll tell you what I played.
And then I also dabbled in, like, I played the saxophone for a little bit.
Yep. My brother did that.
Oh, yeah, lovely. Bit of guitar as well, but yeah, just a bunch of things there. So was always really into music, and then I think like after school I kind of was like, okay, I still really like music, but I don't really want to be in a band. Like I don't really want to do that kind of thing. And so I think I just like started watching like DJ videos on YouTube. Like I just kind of stumbled across them.
So, like, what sort of channels?
Oh, I don't even know. I think, you know, when you like go on YouTube and you're like just music hunting, like trying to find songs and like you just bump into random videos. I think I just kind of came across
Suggested videos.
Yeah, like someone's just DJing. I was like, wow, what is that?
What is this?
That's sick. So, yeah, just started doing that. And then I think I downloaded Virtual DJ on my laptop.
Yep.
Classic.
Everyone does.
Yeah, oh my god,
It's
I
such a
thought
classic program.
I was like mind blown by that, and I kind of spent time on that. And when I say that, I kind of mean like I just was playing a song on one side, like turn the volume down, turn the volume up, press play, like it was wild. Yeah.
Virtual DJs like that.
Virtual
It was pretty
DJ.
full on.
I was like, great transition, really good transition.
Yeah.
So started doing that, and then at the time my parents were living in the UK, so I'd always used to go over there for holidays and like uni break and stuff like that. So just go and visit them. And
so
then,
you were here by yourself?
Yeah, I was living with my sister, and I was also like at boarding school and stuff like that. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Wow, independent.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah. So I went over to the UK, and I think my mum was like, oh, what do you want to do while you're here? And I kind of told her about DJing, and she basically like found this guy and like just teed up a day with him, and I went to his house for a day, and he just taught me how to DJ, like taught me all the basics and like just about it all.
So this is why you were in the UK.
That's awesome.
This is why. So I went to Leeds in the UK.
Oh,
you know, obviously like huge music scene there. So it was really cool.
Can you pull up Leeds?
Leeds.
But still, that's really cool.
Yeah. And so I obviously like went and saw this guy Rob Tessera. He's like,
try and find him as well.
Fine, get him up.
Please, Jamie.
Yeah, please.
So Leeds is in the centre of England. Okay.
Yeah. So
not in the centre, but north centre.
Yeah, it's like a big huge music industry over there. Obviously.
And who was this other person you wanted?
Rob Tessera, Tiessa, or it might be.
And so, what did he play out at clubs and pubs and bars and stuff like that? Yeah,
Yeah,
there
and
you
he's
go.
like
We found
a
him.
producer, and like I remember him telling me.
Look his SoundCloud and everything. He's got a biography
pull it up.
on Resident Advisor.
Yeah,
and pull up his Facebook. I might hit this guy up. So that's him there.
That's him. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So I went to his house, and we just taught me everything kind of thing. And I remember him telling me. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I just remember him saying to me, I think this is what it was, but I might be over exaggerating it. But I think he said, he was like, yeah, I produced a song for a movie, and I bought my house with the money. And I was like, what? Like, that's insane.
Yeah,
I want to do that.
Yeah, who doesn't want to do that?
I know, yeah. So, I guess that day with him got me really inspired, and then I guess the spark kind of grew from there. So I got home to Perth and then bought a controller, started messing around.
Which controller did you buy?
I've got XDJ-RX.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah,
just the standard good one.
they're bloody expensive.
Yeah,
though, but
So saved up for one of them, got that, and then I kind of got to a point where I was like, I kind of don't know how to use it. So came across Lab 6 and then went to Lab 6 and then did that course and then just kind of grew
How
from
did
there.
you find Lab 6 as well? Like, did you enjoy it? Or?
Yeah, I loved it.
It seems like everyone that goes through there has an amazing time, honestly.
It was so good. I did the one-on-one course with Luke.
Okay.
Luke and
I don't think I know Luke.
Oh. Wait, actually?
No, I don't think so.
I'm
not a Lab 6 kid. So.
Yeah, no, Luke was really good. He's like insanely talented, insanely skillful, and so to do the one-on-one course with him was like really like just mind-blowing, I guess.
How would you compare, like, from what Rob taught you to what Luke told you?
I mean, both very similar, but I think Luke taught me more technical things. Like,
okay,
with Rob, it was kind of more the basics.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, just like warming you into it.
Warming you into it. Yeah, like kind of massaging. But yeah. And then Luke was kind of more in depth and like the kind of music like theory within it and all and stuff.
Did you learn like the Camelot wheel and stuff like that at all?
Yeah.
Like circle of fifths and stuff?
Yes, that kind of thing. And
that's really good that they teach you that.
Just really like in depth. Like way more than I was expecting. But
I guess it's also because like Rob potentially could have been like, you know, a family friend of your mum's.
Yeah.
And then like you're paying for Lab 6 and then you're paying for a course and you know, they'll go through and make sure that you walk out of there knowing what you're doing.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Because it's like 10-week course, like learn how to DJ. Like you would want to hope that you learn how to DJ.
It. 10 weeks is a long time as well.
It is.
So what was like the maybe pick one or two things you got out of climate lab that was different from what you were going to like?
Yeah, I definitely like found like I got a lot of confidence out of Lab 6 and I think a lot of people do. Like as you get better at it, you get more confident, but I really felt like I like found a passion and a hobby that I could really like throw myself into, and I think just learning all those basics and like the theory from those guys just really helped me like grasp that hobby and like do something with it.
Pick it up and run with it.
Yeah. I think as well, like just learning, like there's a lot of things that you don't realize that go into DJing. Like with the decks that they have, I didn't realize like clubs just all have those ones, and you just take a thumb drive, like just little things like that.
But they cost more than a car. Though.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So just little things like that I had no idea of, and like how do you actually, you know, do you plan a set? Like how do you download music? Like what's a cue point? Like just all those little things that you don't really think about as an average person that doesn't.
That's it. So many people literally just think that it's just like press play.
Yeah.
Like, you're just playing music. But it's not.
It's
like,
really not.
Not
like,
at all.
I'm still like learning so much. I still have, you know, plenty of things that I can improve on. So it's wild how much there is to kind of.
Yeah, to go through and everything.
Yeah.
How long ago did you do the Lab 6 course then?
I think that was probably 2018 or 2017.
So it would have been like a year after you saw Rob and stuff then?
Yes, yeah, like very shortly after. Yeah, I saw Rob.
And what equipment did Rob teach you on? Because then if you learnt on the RX, like you bought an RX.
Yeah.
Was it similar?
He did the ones from like the standard club ones.
Okay, yeah,
like CDJs.
So yes, the CDJs.
But I mean, like,
you owe me a Coke.
Is it an RX? The RX is a Pioneer desk,
yeah, it's just
right?
like a controller.
It's very similar sort of layout.
Yeah, it's like very close to like CDJs, but
Can you pull it up,
one
Mitch, just so people that are watching can actually compare
I
them?
did pull it up earlier, actually.
Yeah, you pulled up RX, but not DGJ.
The controllers are so well. That's the one Rob told me to get and start practicing on, and like, thank God he did. Like,
So
what if I went in and just bought like those CDJs? Like,
That's
So
it.
for the people watching right now, what you see on screen is what would be considered a standard club setup.
And it's probably worth about $10,000.
Yeah, thereabouts, brand new.
Yep.
For
Brand
sure.
spanking new, and even second hand, you still get them for like maybe 9.5, like 8, 7. Like it's ridiculous.
I mean, you could secondhand. You could probably get the two CDJs and the Nexus mixer for $5.5, $6,000.
You reckon?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Still, it's so much money.
They've got new ones out now. The 3000.
Yeah. Just quickly as well, did you see that Ben? Oh, I should say this. Ben's selling his 3000s.
Yeah, it's so sad. Ben, please don't sell them.
I know.
I want to. I
like,
want to
a
keep
friend
playing
of
on them.
ours
Ben, please.
just bought 3000s and like got them on order and everything like
he's
that.
selling them.
And then he's just like, no, I don't need them anymore.
why does he need them? Why did he buy them?
And he throws pretty cool parties as well. So
Well, they're so expensive.
yeah,
That he doesn't want to use.
Oh, yeah.
which is fair
Yeah.
Because the parties we throw, like, there's a very high chance that I have to service them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they're brand
for
new
sure.
and parts would be difficult to come by. And
yeah,
like, it's more of a hazard to have them
Yeah.
Talking about servicing as well, just quickly. Shout out to EAV. I went and saw him. I saw the guy.
Patrick.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and I dropped one of my speakers off today because it needs servicing. But if you need anything serviced, go to him because he's been doing it for a long, long time and he knows what he's doing. So
let me write that down.
Yeah, I think his shop's set up in Morley.
Yeah, I think it's up.
If you're around the Morley area and you need something, DJ decks or a speaker or whatever service, that's the guy that most people in Perth go to.
Yeah,
or one of the guys.
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah.
You mean
the guy? Yeah.
So with your DJing and stuff like that, so you went from 2017 over in England, learning from that guy. Which seems really, really cool to be honest, because it's like he's obviously playing out and about in clubs and pubs and bars and stuff.
For sure.
So you're learning from an actual professional in England.
Yeah.
Not many people get that opportunity
I
at
know,
all.
right?
Like usually it's like, okay, you learn from someone here.
Yeah. There's a friend.
Yeah, that's it. Just a mate.
So how long were you over in Leeds for?
I was going over there for like a couple weeks.
Yep.
Just like purely to see my mum and dad.
Mm.
And then I think I've saw him twice.
It was a holiday thing.
It was a holiday thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like school holiday, like activity.
Yeah.
But
and so your mum, that's really cool of your mum just that up for you.
Yeah, like
really cool.
shout out to mum. Like, yeah, she kind of made that happen. So yeah, huge props to
And
her.
then, so you went and enrolled in Lab 6 as well. So with Lab 6, you learn off Luke and everything.
Mhm.
But then, so like after that, like, did they also teach you like how to get gigs and like where to go after the course at all?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I think like after I was doing some stuff with EMAS, like I was going to their at UWA.
Yeah.
And was kind of trying to network with them, and then because you know how Lab 6 is like affiliated with some of the events, and then they supply them with DJs. I guess like I kind of got asked to do one of the events. Like it was one of the very first block parties.
Oh really?
Yeah, they asked me to do the silent disco, and I was like,
"That's a block party in Fremantle, or
no? It was on like Elizabeth Quay.
Elizabeth Quay.
Yeah, like
yeah.
The like one of the very very first ones.
Can we pull up block
and
party?
It was like
you got to play Elizabeth Quay. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, on it, I got like asked, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like I never thought I would be asked to play an actual thing, and I was like, wow.
Let alone Elizabeth Quay though.
Yeah, Elizabeth Quay. Like, it was that pink one, like that event.
This is the Megatix website.
Yeah, it was that one.
That's awesome though. Who was on the lineup for that?
Quaife.
Yeah, that's it. Headliner.
It doesn't say.
Try find it on the Facebook or something, mate. They do have a pretty big Facebook page and stuff. But then with the block party event, how long before the event did you find out? Because did you do much preparation for it and stuff like that at all? Or?
I can't really remember. Like I definitely got.
That's a no.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely got told like with ample time. So I do actually remember preparing a little bit, and like I was like, oh my gosh, what songs do I play? Like it's a silent disco. Like is it? What do I do? Like, and I guess just being given that opportunity to kind of put all that 10-week like course into an actual gig was like so cool.
Was that your first like paid gig?
Yeah, that was my first paid gig.
So explain, because every DJ playing on a big stage.
Yeah.
Well, that's just because you're like old and jaded.
Yep. That's it.
But so explain to the viewers like what you felt going out on stage there, and what the crowd was like, what the vibe was like, and what you played.
Yeah,
it was pre-COVID as well, wasn't it?
Pre-COVID, yeah, like
so
2018.
Busy.
Yeah, it was good. Like I was just doing the silent disco, and I think my channel was like house, because I usually give you the genre they want you to play. And so I was like, yeah, house, yeah, like that's my thing. And
the house is your stomping grounds.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, yeah, whose isn't?
Everyone plays house.
So it's funny because like I downloaded all these songs that I really liked, but that weren't necessarily really well known. It's kind of like what I thought I should be doing, like getting new songs and like showing people like these tunes that no one's really heard of, not very mainstream. And so I planned a set, because I was like, I thought that's kind of what you kind of need to do. So I planned a set, played these songs, and I like looking back on it now, like definitely didn't need to do that. Like, could
Really?
have just, yeah, like, I should have, like, backed myself a bit more in, like, what I learned and, like, yeah.
So at Lab 6, so they basically just say, like, throw a bunch of music in a folder and then, you know, analyze it and get it ready and, like, you know,
analyze it,
prepare
get it
that.
ready. And,
But then just, like, freestyle it almost.
Yeah, like, you can, but you can also, so the whole kind of goal of the 10-week course is to record your own mix at the end of it and, like, put together a half an hour playlist, basically.
Okay.
So, like, even if you want to jump into your first gig and use what you've just made at Lab 6, like, or you can do that. Like, but yeah, I definitely went and planned one for my first gig. Yeah.
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 And so how did you find that? Did you run out of music or anything like that at all?
Nah, no, because I remember Luke kind of taught me, you kind of want to have roughly 2 minutes per song.
Yep.
And so if you have, like, an hour set, you kind of want maybe 30 songs.
Yeah, yep.
Give or take, yeah. So
a little story. I've been at Capitol before on stage,
on.
and we've had actually a DJ literally come over and like grab me by the shirt and it's like, I'm running out of music.
gosh,
like,
don't.
can you get someone to jump on? I'm like, dude, what? Like, why? You just play another track. Play your first track.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'll go get the other DJ. Like,
that's wild that you
Yeah.
run out of
I
music.
think there's like
that was main stage.
there's a
main
flaw
set.
of like the amount of music you and I think that flaw is probably like 500
yeah,
just so you can cover all bases
yeah, literally.
in any situation.
Yeah.
But I don't know about that guy.
I know. Only
What was that? Is that Capital?
Yeah, it was at Capitol. Yeah, and he only brought like 20 songs, 25 songs or something like
Are you
that.
serious?
I think it was something like that.
Oh my
But it was just so
goodness.
funny because like he's literally like yelled at me like, "Help me, like, get the next DJ," and I'm like, "Dude."
No, but like, yeah.
Like, dude,
That's on you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
To be fair, I never had that problem, like having to find the next DJ. The next DJ is already covering you like 8 minutes.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
you
like-
do.
We were
yeah.
out the back smoking cigarettes. So. We were all hanging out and stuff. So
Yeah, screw DJing. We'll
Yeah.
just let this guy keep going, even though he has like 20 songs on his.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So then, with that, how did you find going? Like as what Mitch said earlier, how did you find actually going and playing the
Going
silent
in-
disco?
Yeah, it was. I was really nervous. Like,
Silent disco sucked, though. I have to say.
yeah, like, I mean, you definitely kind of start at silent disco, and then as
Yeah.
you kind of work your way up, you get onto the
Well, that's
stages.
interesting you say that
I can tell you
because
so
I
many
disagree,
reasons. Oh, is that right?
and that's not because I like them.
Oh, okay.
I also agree in that I don't like silent discos, but they are a big thing here in Perth.
They
Yeah.
definitely
You can't
are.
deny that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just because that way you can actually have like a silent stage. That's the thing about it. So you can have
Yes,
the main stage.
exactly.
And instead of getting the noise bleeding over into,
Mm.
you literally have everyone put headphones on.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like, ignore that.
I think the
That's
major
50
problem
meters that way.
that I find with silent discos is like the cheap, shitty headphones.
Oh yeah.
Like if you could make it like, I don't know, it would become too expensive if all the headphones were like $3 headphones.
Yeah,
And they're like,
yeah.
people break like half of them every night. So
Yeah.
like, what do you?
But it's almost, in my opinion, it's just like a, look at this, I'm putting this flashing thing on my head. I can change the colors and stuff like that.
But every other event like needs their gimmick.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
And
there'd be inflatable toys or something like that.
and there's
Like,
lots of benefits. Like if imagine a rave that Soon would throw, but it's all silent discos. Like we could have it anywhere, and there'd be no complaints.
Yeah.
So
It's
But-
yeah.
the cheap $50 headphones that they give you are just really shit. So.
So the reason why I don't like silent discos, just
Yeah.
quickly, is because you can't actually like with the way I DJ, right?
Yeah.
I always have a fallback in my right ear, so a fallback speaker
Yeah.
or monitor,
Yeah.
so that way I can hear exactly what's getting played to the crowd.
Yes.
So with
yeah.
a silent disco, I'm sitting here like not swapping between the headphones, but like mix and master,
Yeah.
and like sitting there going like
Yeah.
going back and forth, trying to like cue the song up, get the right
And then
song
listen
in.
to what you're actually playing,
That's
like
it.
through the actual
Yeah, to
headphones.
try and
Yeah.
actually mix it in. I'm sitting
Yeah.
there like this bullshit going back and forth, back and forth. So
Yeah. I actually don't mind it because, like, you can kind of make a mistake and like no one will really hear it. Like, that's a good point to it.
Yeah.
I guess that's part of the gimmick, like, because it's like such like, it's not like you're standing in front of like 8 subwoofers,
That's
Mm.
these
it.
huge speakers. You've
Yeah.
got some, shitty headphones on, so
Yeah.
nobody's
Yeah.
really going to care if you screw up this. or
Yeah,
screw up
yeah, you
that,
can kind of
so.
like relax a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
What time? Oh, sorry, you go.
I was just going to ask, like, is that the only silent disco you've done? Just one?
No. So like,
You've done some more.
yeah, done a bunch more. Yeah. So like for me, I kind of started off doing silent discos and just kind of kept doing them, and then as I kind of progressed with Block Party and kind of got pulled into their other events as well, like I kind of went on to the stages and then like the other stages.
Really?
Yeah.
So what time frame did you play for the silent discos? Or just quickly for that Block Party, or what time do you usually play for the silent discos? Have in the past?
Like whatever time they allocate to you, they're just like.
Have you done like 2 p.m. or anything like that, or like?
Yeah. So like, I mean, the silent disco might open at like 3.
Yeah.
And then like go until the event finishes. Just have like a 1 hour set usually.
Yep.
1-2 hours maybe. But I think that first time I was just playing for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were some of the events that you're saying after, like that Block Party?
Yeah. So Block Party, like that's been going on for like quite a while now.
Yeah.
Got started to do Pineapple Club and
really?
like Banana Social, and then like Ice Cream Factory. Those are probably the main ones I'm kind of rotating around in between.
Nice.
So is that like the Habitat crew that do most of these?
I don't think.
No, it's like
it's the
Mike
guy-
and
primary
Phil.
company.
Michael and Phil.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Do you
don't know.
know what company they're under?
Middle ground.
Middle ground? Middle ground.
Pull it up. I've never heard of Middle
Middle
Ground.
Ground?
But
All right, I'll pull it up.
Wait, am
I'll
I
see if I
wrong?
can find it.
no, you might be. I've just never heard of them. I honestly always
Middle
thought
ground. Yeah.
Pineapple Club and
Middle
Banana
Ground Group?
Social and stuff was just something. I thought they were, because it's like the back end of Paramount almost, so like behind Paramount. I thought that. Ow! He just stuck his claw
You go down on the floor now.
over there, Sass.
Yeah. So this is
Middle
pretty
Ground
much
Group.
like all the stuff I do with these guys. Very
Yeah.
grateful. Thank you guys.
Yeah, well, it's
Shout
pretty
out to them.
awesome that you're actually involved in that, because they are big events.
Yeah, and it's wild. Like, yeah, I can't believe it. Like, forever grateful. Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. And so, how many years have you been with them for now?
Been doing events with these guys for probably like since I started that first Block Party.
Oh, really?
I just kind of built upon that first gig, and then they just asked me to do more and more, and
Yeah.
yeah.
You must be doing something.
Let's see.
I hope so.
Yeah, you're playing the right music. So.
I think as well, at the time there wasn't really many girls in that kind of area like that
Okay, yeah.
in those events
It
specifically.
has been like
It's been progressed.
but definitely, yeah,
it
for
has
sure.
definitely progressed over the years, but about 8-10 years ago it was a different story.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
There was a lot of male DJs
Yeah.
and very few female DJs.
yeah.
But nowadays I'd say it's fair if not. You'd see a lot. Sometimes you'd even see more females on the lineup than you
Yeah,
would males
no, for
nowadays.
sure.
That's exactly it.
For
Yeah.
sure. Really cool. It's good.
Then how do you go about preparing your sets now as well? Because how many gigs would you say you've done total now?
or
100?
or a bit less than 100. Like,
Okay.
like
You're quite experienced. That's the thing.
yeah, I mean, I definitely have some experience under the belt.
Yeah.
It's been 4
Um,
year now since you started.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. And to play, as I said, to play at places like Banana Social. and
yeah,
Pineapple.
yeah, no, definitely. So yeah, got a bit of experience. It depends on like the gig that I'm playing. Like for example, the silent discos and like stuff like that. I don't really prepare. Kind of more for the big ones. Like I'll kind of do a rough draft of what I kind of want to play, and then if someone's played it before me, I'll switch it up. Like I'll,
That's really
you know,
good,
like
though.
you tailor it to whatever
Yeah.
is going on.
Yeah, because that's the thing, is that I've met so many DJs in the past that I'm going to play from 1 to 30.
Yeah,
And it's kind of like,
yeah.
that's boring.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause
And
like,
I definitely like did that to start with, because I
Mm.
was like not comfortable going off like and doing my own thing. But
Mm.
it's like with anything, as you get better, you just get more confident. You know your music more, and
Exactly.
you know
yeah.
how to mix the tunes, and yeah, it just gets easier. So
Yeah.
you feel more comfortable going off the grid.
Because that's what it really does come down to, is actually knowing your music back to
for
front.
sure. Yeah,
Knowing
definitely.
when it's like going to drop and when it's going to do this and do that
Yeah,
and break down.
yeah,
a whole
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
So,
Definitely.
and so, have you played main stage at all for any of those events?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. Like, because
Yeah.
we're playing to thousands of people. So.
I know. So I think the biggest one to date would be Pineapple at Cottesloe Beach.
Okay, really?
I think that was something like maybe like 8,000 to 10,000 people.
Holy shit!
And it was honestly so wild. Like, I could not believe I got asked to do that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
Like, how was it though? Like going on stage in front of 8,000 to 10,000
yeah,
people.
it was wild.
Yeah.
Like, I just like couldn't believe it. Like, being in that big Pineapple stage and like
That's not. I don't think.
I don't think that's
No.
no.
Yeah, give me a second. I have to somehow log into Facebook.
Why don't you just search like Pineapple Club?
Yeah. 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 That's it. Yeah.
That'll do it.
I've got. Let's keep talking. All right.
Oh.
Let me do my
Um,
behind the
Mitch is
scenes stuff in
distracting
Perth.
us. Yeah. Yeah.
Because have you guys like been to one of those events?
No, I'm always working. So,
Yeah. Yeah. FIFO.
yeah. Oh, no, not even that.
Not even that.
Nah. So, I actually didn't give you an introduction to what I do. So with the DJing in 10 years and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
I play at pubs and bars mainly. I
yeah.
have played at clubs quite a few times. And I played at almost all the clubs in Perth.
Yeah.
But I mainly just do pubs and bars because it's easier.
Yeah.
I get to do long sets as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, 6-hour sets, 8-hour sets
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
a chunk of
And then with that, being able to good money from that.
Yeah.
And also it's just I get to play what I want. And I love playing the classics and stuff.
yeah.
So like, I can play house music and dubstep and drum bass.
Yes.
I can do whatever.
Yeah.
But just being able to play like, Fleetwood Mac or
Yeah.
Cold Chisel or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just more
Like your
my style.
Yeah,
in
for
a
sure.
way. But I play literally everything though.
yeah.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
Amazing.
So that's the thing is, so with that, then when it comes to stuff like Banana Club or anything like that,
yeah.
I've never heard of those guys before. But I've always had the guys that book me and always book
Yeah.
me to do those things. So
Yes. Yeah.
I just kind of stayed not in
that realm.
area.
Yeah.
Because that's where it's so interesting because it's like Perth is so small,
I know.
but then we've got so many different sides
Yeah.
of the music industry.
Yeah. See, like, it's the kind of
Because we've got this showstopper over here that's played to 8,000 to 10,000 people. I think I've played to 1,000 people max once.
I think that was maybe like the max. Like, during my set, it was maybe a bit less. Like,
yeah, but still,
but
it's
still,
like you're
like-
playing main stage on a place like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
yeah. Wait, what was the question?
So how was it going
How
on
was it?
stage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine it being a bit nerve wracking, being like, oh my god, like
I was nervous. Yeah, it's crazy because Luke, so like I guess my mentor, the guy who taught me, like I'd always watch him go to those events and watch him play on the main stage.
yeah.
And then like next minute I'm like taking over his set and doing the like what? I was like mind blown. I couldn't believe it. So it's
It
nerve
would have
wracking.
been, yeah.
Yeah, nerve wracking, but like was such a cool experience and like once in a lifetime thing. Like, it's so euphoric being up there playing songs that you really like and seeing other people really enjoy what you're playing.
That's
What is
exactly
your
it.
like? How do you deal with your confidence? And because being a DJ is not just about like how to mix the music
Yeah.
together, but like also being a charismatic person behind the decks.
Yeah.
Not only the music gives energy, but your
Energy.
how you
gives
are
energy.
behind the decks. Also, how do
Yeah.
you tackle that aspect of,
Um.
especially on stage?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think like I'm naturally like a charismatic person. Like I really enjoy doing that sort of thing, and I think it just kind of comes a bit more naturally to me. Maybe as
So the charismatic part hasn't necessarily a problem for you
Yeah,
learning.
no.
It was more the theory musical.
yeah,
side of
and
things.
it's more kind of like building the confidence to do that, like do a set and like do it well.
Do you have any like close friends that are also DJs? Well, I assume you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people, like a lot of my friends, start doing it and like go through Lab 6 as well, and like you go to parties and like a few of my friends are just on the decks, like house DJs.
Yeah.
Have a
Do
few
they
friends.
approach it the same way? They have the with because I feel like some DJs struggle with side and they struggle with confidence. So, do
Yeah.
you have any DJ friends that you have that suffer from the different side of things and how they deal with it?
I think it's just hard. Probably more confidence, I would say. I think from what I've like seen, and just being confident enough to like network and, you know, speak to people and get yourself out there.
Yeah.
Like I'm, you know, I kind of struggle a little bit to kind of put yourself out there and be like, oh, pick me for your event, pick me. But
that's not always a good thing though, because it's you know, it's just being in the right place at the right time almost.
Yes, yeah.
But instead of like, you know, not saying pick me in a way, but instead of being like, you know, could I have a go?
No, please.
No, please, could I have a go?
Please.
It's like it comes down to the promoters and what they want to do and stuff. Because, you know, like I was saying before, it's like I would love to play 8,000, 10,000 people, but I've never been in the right place at the right time for that kind of thing.
That's a good point.
And also, it's just like it's just like the direction you want to go in a way.
Yeah.
You know,
I think like, because I really love this kind of thing, like what I'm doing at the moment, like the summer events, like the house music and just like day parties, and like that's really what I really enjoy. And I think like if you align yourself in that area, you kind of like
you
do it.
You follow that pathway.
Yeah, you follow that pathway. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, because it's almost following that pathway in a way. Because like I said, like, I follow the pathway of pubs and bars,
exactly,
clubs and stuff like that. But then it's like, you know, day parties and beaches and, you know, like getting sunburnt and stuff. So.
Love that.
So what other gigs have you played then?
Those are probably the main ones I've played. I've done a couple. I did one of the Moves ones with Bailey.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Shout out to White Pepper.
Shout out to White Peps. Yeah.
He's a pretty cool dude.
He's a cool dude. Done a couple of like corporate things, like I did a couple of like parties at UWA and like UWA events and things like that.
Yeah.
But that, not so much that.
Did
anymore.
you get involved with like events?
Yeah, at EMAS?
Yeah. Those big like
So
festival stuff.
On
UWA.
I thought that was so wild.
We were trying to do that at Curtin, but
there's
just lots more red tape at Curtin to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I went to both Curtin and UWA and definitely noticed like the drop off.
Yeah, and see, it never used to be like that. Like,
what do you mean? Like,
back in the day, like when I was at Curtin in 2013 and 2012, it used to be party central. Yeah, it used to be flat out and better than UWA.
They cracked down on it.
That's it. No, yeah, that's exactly it.
And now, as soon as you say like we're gonna have an event that sells alcohol on campus, it's like, nah.
Yeah, well, not today.
Not today.
Funny little story. So the reason why that actually happened, because the Curtin Tavern was really, really notorious for throwing amazing parties and everyone just having a great time. But what was happening was people were actually inviting their tradie friends. And so since they weren't actually students, they started getting into fights at the front of the tab.
Right.
And then since they weren't students, they couldn't actually, you know, discipline them or anything. They had to actually call the police.
Yeah.
And so then with calling the police, then it's like, okay, we're not doing this anymore because people are getting beat up.
Yeah, okay. Right.
Yeah, so that's actually what the downfall of the Curtin Tavern was.
But you wanted to throw an event in for EMAS, it had to be a club event.
Right, okay.
We couldn't do anything on campus.
Yep. Yeah,
it kind of hamstrung us in terms of what we could do.
Yeah. So, I've definitely like noticed that difference.
Shout out to Nick Thompson, who was the president of EMAS while I was, for one of the.
Yeah. And so then with that though, because those events don't run anymore, do they? The Ibiza ones in Miami and stuff like that?
I don't know if those specific ones have run, but I think they might have something different. Might be named something different. Okay. I could be wrong.
Yeah, they still
comment below.
They're still doing something similar. I don't think it's quite the same.
Yeah, really cracked down on stuff. Yeah. So then with that as well, so when you played at those events, were you doing silent disco or like side
pretty much
stage
silent disco, and I'd also like volunteer and like work behind the bar.
Yep.
Just to kind of get a feel for the event and like what it's like. And
have you ever done much other hospitality at all, or
in terms of like the bar, like not really
bar work or anything?
Not really.
It's a different ball game.
Yeah,
like being on stage and then being behind the bar pouring drinks.
Definitely. I can't. It's kind of like when Wait, should I say this?
You can if you want.
It kind of reminds me of like when you're like DJing sober. And like, not that I'm like smashed every time I DJ, but you know what I mean. Like you can see everyone, and it's just like it's wild. Like it's wild.
Yeah. So do you have a little bit of liquid confidence kind of thing?
Sometimes, but I don't like to rely on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
See, I've got a friend who's actually he doesn't DJ that much anymore. He just does private functions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But before he would go on stage anywhere, he'd have to have at least 4 to 6 beers.
Really? Yeah.
And he'd be like really tipsy, and I'd be like, dude, you're like,
Oh my God.
how you doing that?
Oh no.
But for me, like this little shed of light on me. So I actually I can do it sober, or I can do it completely trashed. Like
you can do anything.
Yeah, like thank you. It's just I've been doing it that long that I just know it's a little memory to me. And it's all like, you know, just what's that word for it? Where it's like
second nature.
Yeah, second nature, but it's like muscle memory. That's it.
Yeah.
It's all muscle memory. Just hearing music, and go, yeah, I know that's where that is.
Yeah, and I guess when you kind of get used to your songs and stuff, like if you play one song, you're like, oh, I remember what song actually goes with this one, and you go and find it and like kind of pin it all together. It's like quite straightforward, right?
That's it. And that's why I love playing the oldies and the classics and stuff like that, because it's already there. So I was going to ask as well, so with playing house music, how much research do you do into new tracks, and how often do you buy tracks or refresh your playlist and stuff like that? Yeah,
I mean, I definitely have like a kind of playlist I really love, but I really try and add to it like every gig. Like I try and play new songs every time I'm playing.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
What's the playlist count at?
Yeah. We'll compare.
I don't know. Actually,
don't compare with Alex.
I don't know. I think I definitely need to add more. Yeah. But
my go-to playlist is 16,500 songs.
Is there?
Yeah, and I go through all of those tracks. Like I'll just jump between them or do this and do that. That's literally like if I'm playing pubs or bars, basically.
That's just the pub bar.
Yeah, my club playlist is about 5,000. So.
Wow, that's insane. Yeah, I definitely don't have that many. I definitely don't have that many.
Yeah, Alex's is an open format DJ. Literally DJ anything.
Yeah.
Literally anything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put together a classical mix at the moment. A mate of ours has actually dared me to play a gig at one of these parties where I'm going to try and play a bit of Beethoven and stuff.
Oh, a bit of that. Yeah.
To see how it goes.
Is this is a techno party?
No, that wasn't a techno party. This is
for major?
Yeah, this is for major,
Yeah, it's going to be UV techno party.
Yeah, he wants me to do it at the UV techno party.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be playing much classical there.
Bit of
unless you want a dead dance floor for the whole night.
No, I'll mix it up.
How are you going to throw that in? Bit of a BPM change.
Yeah, it's a bit of BPM change.
If anyone can do it, Alex will do it.
That's it. Yep,
that's true. Yeah, no.
Train wreck or not?
No, it won't train wreck. I'll do it proper. Like I'll mix it in so it sounds
proper.
El natural.
How many like folders would you reckon you have? Like, wait, what do you use? Do you use?
I use Traktor.
Oh, Traktor.
Yep. Mitch, do you want to pull up a Traktor S4 Mark III, please? When you get a chance. Have you seen one before? No.
Yes.
Yeah, see? Yeah, Hannah hasn't. So,
like, should I have? I know what Traktor is, but...
So the reason why I use it is it's the first thing I started on,
but
it's also because of the laptop. Because instead of having CDJ here and a CDJ there, and I'm going back and forth, it's just, I find it having the laptop screen.
Is it an S3 or an S4?
S4.
Mark III.
But just being able to look at the laptop and see both tracks there.
Yeah,
and where it all is and everything like that. But then the other thing as well with it is, see those little pads at the bottom? The white, blue and green little parts?
Yeah, the little...
Yeah, hot cue parts. Yeah. So that's what I do not like about CDJs.
You don't like them?
Because, I don't like CDJs. But the reason why is because with Traktor, with my hotkeys there, I can just jump around. I can literally just go 1 to 8 and bounce around.
Yeah.
I know you can do that on the 3000s.
Yeah.
Or even on the 2000 Nexuses and stuff like that. Or the XDJ as well.
Yeah.
I present you Exhibit A.
A
Pioneer controller that has pads on it.
Okay, all right. I got another reason why. Because you have to pre-prepare on a laptop.
Yeah, the cue.
The cues and everything.
No, you don't.
On that, you can just put your cue. Well,
Yeah, you can. You can just add cues on the fly, and it'll save it to USB.
It's too big. It's clunky.
Alex just likes to hate on Pioneer.
That's it. It's heavy.
Look, this one is a lot more expensive, the S4, but it has a screen.
Oh, you don't need a screen. You get a laptop.
It's standalone. You can put USB in it.
Yeah, so you can also.
So anyone can play on it. They don't need to bring their laptop everywhere.
Yeah. I really wish you.
So what was that again, Alex?
Just quickly, I really wish you were at the after party for Manifest. The reason why we live streamed, well, not live streamed, we recorded a video for this thing called Manifest a while ago.
Yeah.
And at the after party, I jumped on CDJs and I did a full 40 minutes.
I'm sure it was horrible.
No, it was
40 minutes.
40 minutes without headphones as well on someone else's thumb drive.
Yeah, but you were also drunk out of your mind.
And I did pretty good.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Well, no headphones as well.
Yeah, and I had no idea his music. I was literally like, I was playing I'd load up a track.
Yeah.
Like, I'd look at the keys.
Just be like, matches up,
No, so I'd see, okay, like A minor.
Yeah.
So then, I'd go like, okay, it's D minor. That would go well. And then, like, what I would do is as soon as there was, like, a bit of break, I'd just, like, slap it in, slap it out. So I can actually hear a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's going to go. And then mix it in.
Yeah, nice.
But obviously, it's after party and stuff like that.
A minor to D minor was correct.
You can't.
Ooh.
See, yeah,
He's good, isn't he? He's good.
Or you could go E, yeah.
That's 10 years experience, everyone.
I'm actually
or you
really
go C major.
Really useless with that, to be honest.
I've literally forgot about it until you were like,
really?
Well, here's a great time for you to explain to us what the key circle is.
No, see,
no, wrong image. So go fourth.
No, this is the right one.
No, basically tells you.
Go back. No, fourth down, right at the bottom right hand corner.
That one?
The
colour one?
Yeah, that one. Yep, go that one. That one's better.
So doesn't it just tell you like what key goes with what key? So
yep.
So like you can mix two songs.
So the way it works, I mean, I do follow it and I don't follow it. So zoom in a bit more so you can see the colours a bit better. So if you play a C major and a C major, can you zoom in a bit more?
This is really testing.
So C major and C major, which is at the top, like 12 o'clock kind of thing on a clock, right? And so if you play those two songs, the two separate songs together, you won't barely be able to know that there's two songs playing.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, if you're playing house music, drums and kicks and stuff like that.
You want to move left and right around the circle,
exactly.
Basically. So if you're in like A minor, you can go C major, D minor, or E minor.
That's it, yeah.
So you want to move left or up.
Yep.
Or right.
But the trick also you can do is you can jump by 7. And so if you jump by 7, so technically you can go to E all the way to F. Or you can go to B flat or A sharp, technically.
Yeah.
Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. B flat, A sharp. Or you can go the other way and you go to F. But then it can be a bit janky sometimes. But it just depends on the track and the way things are.
Yeah.
But then I always skip by 1. Because the thing is like with the color code is, as you can see how it's like it's hot with C major and then it's cold on D flat, bottom where 7 o'clock is.
Yeah.
And so the reason why is because then D flat will be a bit more of a mellower track.
Yeah.
While C major will be a bit more hot and heavy track kind of thing. Yeah. But then so I can, you can do stuff like you can go to C to D or you can go D to E kind of thing. And a good friend of mine frowns upon it, who taught me how to DJ properly. But then I find that if you can jump between that, then you can like really amp the crowd up over the next 2-3 songs.
Yeah.
And then you can really bring them down when you need to. That's a question I wanted to ask as well. So when you go and play your music, like, I mean, obviously you're playing on like main stage or like you're playing on a big stage or something like that. But do you just play amped up tracks, or do you ever like kind of like bring it down a little bit if you need to?
Yeah, I definitely try to.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna finish that with?
I was gonna say because like I imagine it depends on the time that you're playing, right?
Yeah, for sure. So like obviously, don't want to just be playing all of the upbeat ones. Like if I'm playing the first set, so yeah, definitely try and like, read the crowd, see what I've got. Based on my opinion and like see if I can kind of match them and like make something upbeat but still not too upbeat for the set time. Like, yeah. So
how do you find as well when you're playing after someone? Because then, like, you know, you go put your thumb drive in, and then you kind of just have to match their track and then try and take over.
Yeah,
because I always find whenever I do that, like, not blowing my own trumpet, but like whenever I do that, I'm like, nah, fuck it, let's go to 11. you know, he's playing at 6 or 7. Nah, I'm going harder than that. And like, obviously, if I've got someone after me or like a headliner or something like that, then I won't go too full on.
Yeah, for sure.
But if I'm the last one of the night, I'm just like,
nah, definitely.
Crank it kind of thing.
If I'm one of the last, I'll just be like, okay, I'm gonna do what I like and what I think will go here.
Unleash the beast.
Yeah.
But it just depends. If I'm drunk and I don't care, I'll just be like, nah, stuff it. I'm going to take over.
It does depend on the crowd as well. Like, if I feel like the crowd has got really good energy and, like, they all want something a bit harder, then I'll kind of go for it. But I definitely...
Because you can get in trouble for doing that
sometimes. And it's kind of like
on the promoter.
DJ courtzy, you know? Like, you gotta...
That's it.
That kind of thing.
DJ courtesy.
It's a little different in the local scene, though, because you're not really going to play anyone else's tracks, are you?
Oh, yeah. Depends.
Well, I mean, like me, for myself, I wouldn't go out and play, like, one of Dan's tracks.
Well, yeah, so that's a good question to ask as well. So then, like, with... the others on the lineup, like a big event, do you ask, like, or show your track list and go, okay, like, I'm going to play this. Are you guys going to play this?
Yeah, no.
Because, like, you know, a good example is when Avicii's Levels came out, it got played like 7 times in one day.
Yeah.
And the day after, they put signs on all the DJ equipment saying, if you play Avicii's Levels, you're not playing here anymore.
Really? Oh, goodness.
That was an ultra music festival.
That was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I know there are some places that have, like, blacklists.
Yeah, is there?
Yeah, there are.
I've not come across this. Yeah.
It's more, I'd say, international or over east and stuff.
Okay.
Because there are places where it's like, don't play AC/DC.
Yeah.
But then it's like, the way I've always looked at things. The way I've always looked at things is it's not what you play, it's about how you play it.
Yeah.
Because if you just go from, like, I don't know, dubstep into AC/DC, then it could sound shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, if you can work your way into it, and then just, like, slap it in there, then, you know, people can actually go, like, they're already amped up, they're having fun.
Yeah, it's, like, built up. And then
that's exactly it.
Yeah. No, definitely.
But, yeah, so the question was...
Yeah,
we keep, like, spiraling. So the question was, like, so do you compare with any of the other artists or anything, or...?
No. I've never shared my...
Well, yeah, that was my point in saying, like, you play another artist's tracks, like... There is nothing to discuss with the other DJs, especially if they're local DJs.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because it's like, I mean, if you're there and you hear someone play something that's in your playlist, you're just going to skip over that.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if it's more than 2 hours apart, probably wouldn't so much.
Yeah.
But like, if you're the next DJ playing, you probably want to skip over that song. But that's why it's always important to have a long playlist.
Exactly.
With like backup music. Right?
Yeah.
And so a good example of this is we did a beach party a while ago, and I got really, really drunk. I was walking around with a bottle of vodka, being like, "You want a shot?
Really
you want a shot? I'll have a shot. You have a shot. I'll have a shot."
One for me, one for
and
you.
Then, we had a amazing girl called Project Bex.
Yeah.
And she came on, and when she played her set, she played like 8 of my songs that I was going to play.
Yeah.
Because I was going to play. I prepared a playlist of dark electro French techno.
Yeah.
And so with that, like, she played 8 of the tracks that I was going to play, and I was like, holy shit, I need to go sit down. So I sat down by myself, and then all my mates came over, and they're like, you okay? Like, sitting down, like, you know, like, trying to amp me up. I'm just like, no, I just need to fix this.
You're like, no, I need some water. Like,
That's it.
So you see that Alex is that DJ that comes with his controller.
Yeah.
So he has to set up on a side
and
table next to
Oh my
him.
gosh.
And a table.
You bring the works.
Yeah, and a long RCA cable as well.
Yeah.
But then it was quite funny though, because with that beach party is I played 20 minutes of the stuff I was going to play.
Yeah.
And I thought, stuff it. Like, I'm one of the last sets of the night, and then I turned it up. So I started just playing drum and bass and going heavy into it.
Yeah.
And everyone went wild. It was a good night. It was really fun.
I don't think you could have probably played just about anything.
No.
Mm-hmm.
When I dropped Blood Sugar and Witchcraft as well.
Yeah. Well.
And then Dan just like frothing. He was like, oh my god. But yeah. So with your, sorry, we keep spiraling off.
No, all good, all good.
So then with your music and stuff like that, so you're mainly a house DJ.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about trying any other genres or jumping ship?
Definitely, yeah,
and
definitely.
trying to be an open format?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. 1,500
Yeah, that's
songs,
right. Yeah,
15,000
yeah.
tracks. Definitely. Like with my SoundCloud, I'm always like, oh, should I just do like drum and bass? Like, should I just maybe, or something a bit more like rap based? Or I've definitely thought about
because
putting something
you'd probably
else out
find that, like, if you did try that, since you've already got experience under your belt,
Yeah.
and you've played gigs,
Yeah.
that if you were to try and experiment with a few other
Yeah.
genres and stuff, it could land you more work as well.
Exactly. So it's definitely something that I've thought about and that I'm like very close to like dabbling with. I just haven't really like put much thought and like effort into actually sitting down and like doing it.
Because that's the thing as well, is then if you have like, 1,000 house tracks, and you're like, okay, now I'm going to start buying drum and bass tracks.
Yeah.
I'm going to start
like
getting the drum and bass tracks.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a great point. Like, I have a few drum and bass tracks, but it's like not enough to like
to
do
like
a set.
two
Like,
hour set or 1 hour.
Yeah, I
set,
really
right?
have to kind of sit down and like put the work in and do it. So that's a great point.
What's the next like goal for or Hann?
And
Is it Hann?
it's just Hann.
Hann,
I just added an extra N because I thought it was
Cool. Edgy.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
edgy.
Edgy,
Yeah. Precisely.
So yeah, like, what's the next evolution for you then? Like, what do you see for the next 2 or 3 years that will elevate you among the other DJs of your caliber?
I think I definitely want to start doing different genres. Maybe even like planning some events. Eventually.
It's a good way.
Yeah.
There's who was it? We were talking about this the other day, Mitch, where it's like the best way to get your name out there more is to make your own events.
Yeah.
You make your own events. You don't put yourself as a headline.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, then people are like, well, she throws a sick event. Like, let's
exactly.
go to her event.
Yeah.
I always struggle like when I'm giving that advice because it's true. Like, especially in the industry that we're in now with the local DJ scene, like the way to make money, the way to really make money in the industry at the moment is to throw your own event.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
you could DJ and get paid $100, $120 an hour, but you'd have to all weekend to make a living.
Yes.
You throw one decent event every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
DJs that get paid $120 an hour or $100 an hour for more than 1 hour need to cut their prices back. Too much.
I disagree.
That is way too much.
Well, have you heard that new state ruling about the $250 minimum?
Yeah,
for a live act?
Yeah, but that's like 2 hours or 3 hours. Like,
well, usually live bands play for 40 minutes.
My book,
for a set.
My best mate,
and they're getting $250 for 40 minutes. But I guess there's like 2 or 3 of them.
My best mate, right? Me and him have laughed at me and him have laughed at DJs that have just come up and said, "Well, I'm doing a 6-hour set. I want $120 an hour." That's
if they're worth it, then
no.
Wait, see, I want to.
Well, how do you justify Skrillex walking on a stage charging $300,000 for an hour?
Because it's Skrillex. He's a producer.
Well, exactly, right?
No,
like, if the right DJ walks up, like, they can charge what they want.
No, but it's producers.
And I would like to encourage DJs to charge more.
They'll get knocked back.
Because inflation.
Just quickly, producers to DJs. If you produce your own music and so like, for example, it's like Lucille Croft, right? She's over here. She's in Melbourne or Sydney. She's a lovely, lovely girl, but she's an act. You go to see her.
Yeah,
she could charge $3,000.
That's the same with any look at Endorse, for example. What he's doing, like, I would say that what he's putting on is worth more than the average. Should he be charging more for his sets? I think he should, because he's got the whole AV set going.
That's it. So that's why a lot of DJs are jumping on the AV VJ bandwagon, because you get paid more. You're adding that extra to your production.
That's what me and Hannah were talking about earlier with like adding to your production.
But if you're just
once you've learned the basics of DJing.
But if you're just a DJ, right, and you're going and you like, if you're doing a 1 hour set, charge $150, $200 an hour or 2 hours set, I reckon. But if you're doing 2 hours plus, you're asking for that, get laughed at.
Well, there's not a lot of DJs nowadays.
I mean, I think at pubs and clubs, bars and stuff, it's like quite long sets, like you say, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where it can be justified in a way.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing 6 hours, 6 hours is a long time.
Like, long time, a lot of music.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And the thing is as well, it's like, 6 hours of you playing
just like
there.
anything, like more hours, cheaper price.
Well,
You buy more of something, you get a discounted price, right?
yeah, but I'm just saying, like I said before, I'll say it again. Like, if you're a DJ and you're going to go play at a bar or a pub, you're charging $120 an hour, you're either extremely lucky because you've worked out some sort of super duper deal with the owner, right? Or the high end management. But 90% of places, no.
That's what I'm
that's not
saying.
happening.
Is these places need to start paying,
Hopefully. Let's all wish.
especially because we're going into an era where everyone's a DJ now.
Yeah.
So you've got lots more competition, so you're getting less gigs.
Mm.
So I think the rate for DJs should go up, just as people are going for the whole. We should pay
the other
live
thing,
acts.
the other thing you have to take into account though as well is that if a bar does $10,000 on a Friday night, right? The average bar in Perth before COVID would do anywhere between 10 and 20,000, right? Like on a busy Friday night, and on a weekday night they'd do between, if they're a pub, 4,000 to 10,000, something. Right? If there are a bar that opens at 8 o'clock, maybe 4,000 to 3,000, 4,000.
Then put on a Spotify playlist.
But then if you're paying a DJ and you've got an event and you also got to pay staff wages, you got to pay everything.
Yeah, then put on a Spotify playlist.
you're
You can't
paying-
afford to hire a DJ.
That's it. Yeah, but like DJ, like,
And if you think that's going to stop people
this is
hiring
spiraling.
DJs, it's
like,
not.
I've never had this conversation live.
What's your opinion on the whole pay thing?
Because I cut
with
you off
DJs?
before. Yeah, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say, like, I've played gigs where the pay's already predetermined,
Yeah.
and then gigs where like I determine it, and it's like I don't know, like
Because
everything is
it's all fishy, not fishy, but it's also hard to determine because it's talking about money at the end of the day, and that's the thing. Is
yeah,
like
it's kind
if you ask someone, "Oh, I'm worth $120 an hour," well, then the thing is like you're just putting yourself out there, going, "Well, this is what I'm worth," but then they'll go, "Well, no, I don't do that," and it all comes back down to the management, the promotion. Because it's just like what I said before. Like if you're doing 2-hour set main stage at something like Banana Social,
yeah,
I can definitely imagine some DJs probably getting $300, $400 for a night.
Yeah,
But it also comes down to this is a good segue, but it's something I don't like talking about. But it's like it's the popularity contest almost be sometimes.
yeah,
Because it's just like what I said before. Like I don't have a social media profile.
yeah.
I'm going to say it just for funnies, but I used to have a DJ page called Square One and I had 800 likes on it.
Yeah.
800 likes on it, right? Yeah,
I'm like,
he tells this story
Yeah, you
every
might
second
have,
week.
yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it
mate.
still up?
No, it got taken off me.
Oh.
So I did a few live streams, right?
Yeah.
And so this is before COVID, and a few mates of mine, Josh Crofton and stuff, came over. We did a few live streams.
Yeah.
Someone played a Drake song, right? And the thing is with that is I didn't actually make my profile picture. I actually took it from a Canadian shopping centre.
Wait.
So there's the world's largest shopping centre over in Canada.
Yeah.
And it's called Square One.
Oh, you just like
Yeah, just like
Oh my gosh,
I just
yeah.
googled Square One. Just like, yeah, that's a cool picture. I'll copy that.
I'll use that.
And then I changed the border a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I can get in a lot of trouble for saying this sometimes, I reckon.
I don't think you could. Yeah, I don't think
Cut the cameras.
That's it.
Cut the
I
cameras.
don't think the Canadian judicial system is going to come after you for
Yeah,
this.
that's
no.
it, yeah. But then basically they connected the dots. They're like,
Yeah.
you played Drake, copyright strike. Wait a minute, that picture doesn't belong to you. We're taking your profile off you.
Yeah, okay.
So I lost all of it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Mhm,
I don't have
amazing.
I don't have a DJ profile anymore. So
Yeah, and like couldn't be bothered kind of.
yeah,
Bring it up
yeah.
again.
I contact Facebook, everything like that. No.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, but that's also the nature of the beast. But I mean,
Yeah.
having 800 likes, it's still like there's so much work that goes involved. That is involved
dead
with it.
set. Seriously,
Like,
yeah.
For example, like shout out to Katie Banks.
Yeah.
Because her profile, what she does, the events, like just trying to push all this material and
Yeah.
media and stuff like that. That's what you really have to do these days.
Yeah, literally. Like
it's all about
it's like
social media.
your social media presence and like yeah, I like definitely struggle with that. Like
It's a full-time job.
I'm like I don't have a marketing background. Like have no idea what to do in that kind of.
Did the
realm.
Lab 6 give you any tips with marketing and stuff
media?
like that?
Not really, not that I can remember.
Well, I mean, it's not really what they
It's not
are catered towards, but it is part of being a digital entrepreneur.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that like you definitely don't realize. Like you really have to create that presence on social media and put yourself out there and
That's exactly
create that content. And like I like uploaded like 2 years ago. Like it's effort, it's work, and like time and energy. So I can kind of understand, you know.
Yeah, what's going on, Han? Where's your
know,
where's your latest
guys,
mixes?
But see, it's also just like it's something on the top of my head. I haven't got it, but it is just one of those things where it's like it's a full-time job. Getting there, I'll come back to me. But it's oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's really unfortunate because sometimes with some venues and stuff like that, it's like unless you pull in 40 people through the door, you won't get booked.
You won't get booked. Yeah, I do. Yeah,
and it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
But like, it's not something that people talk about often.
No, and I think it is great to bring up. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what I was going to say actually.
I
forgot my train of thought.
Just like pass it on to you. Like, you forget. But it is unfortunate though, and it is just sometimes is the nature of the beast. But that's also like, you know, for example, it's like when you said about Skrillex as well. It's like people will book Skrillex because they go, okay, we put him on a lineup, 10,000 people will go see him. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Even though like Perth is so small and we won't get that. Yeah, but it's still like it's almost a popularity.
Yeah,
almost.
Do you guys know like Ice Cream Factory?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like they kind of started off a bit more low key, and then, you know, they started bringing artists in from over east, and it just going wild, like going huge now.
That's it. They were going to have the preset. Like they've had the presets. They had Example. Yeah. Funny little thing though is Example actually lives in Perth. Yeah. So, but then with that, it's like, you know, you get that guy, you put him on the list, and everyone's like, "Hey, I know the Change the Way I Kiss You song. Let's go watch him.
Buy 10 tickets."
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not 10 tickets. That's scalping. But yeah.
Actually, most events nowadays let you buy 10 tickets.
Really? That's so bad.
Yeah. What's the limit? What is the limit these
10
days?
tickets
10
usually.
Yeah.
Well, just
at least in my experience, which is limited, but what we do is. So.
But like then people just sit there on the Facebook and like 2 days before the event selling tickets.
Yeah.
Well, we're luckily enough. Actually, we have had that problem with.
Really?
Yeah, we've had scalpers trying to sell.
Really?
Yeah, but we shut them down, and luckily because our event wasn't that big, like it didn't become like a rampant thing.
Yeah.
So
you just tell them like, sorry, you can't come anymore.
No, we just delete them from the page and block them.
That's it.
Because you soon run through private groups. It's kind of hard for scalpers to get on.
Yeah. It happens though.
Yeah.
And it's really unfortunate though because it can help ruin events.
Something to look out for when you're throwing.
Yeah.
Gosh, there's so many things like it's funny because it's like an idea and then you kind of get to planning it and being like, okay, actually there's actually a lot of things you need to consider with throwing an event or like.
Well, why don't we do a little bit of brainstorming now? What would your first event look like? You don't have to come up with a name, but like, what's the vibe? What are you going for?
I've got a couple of ideas, but I don't know if I want to share them.
No, that's
like, what if someone pinches them? Getting a bit defensive here. No, I can.
Or let one out. You don't have to let the whole secret.
Okay.
Infra-Red first. Like, we're going to see this event in the next couple of years.
I think like
it's going to be a house music.
Yeah. I think like some sort of like I really love those secret parties, like those secret beach rave kind of things. Yeah. I really think they're really cool.
Because you messaged me about that.
Messaged about it.
Yeah. Ages ago, I remember now.
No, I literally messaged you, like a couple weeks ago. Yeah. And then you were like, do you want to be on the podcast?
That's it, yeah.
Typical Alex.
Yes, I remember.
So, like, you haven't gotten back to me about that.
Sorry, we can discuss that after.
No,
this is the man
what
to
were you
talk
after?
No, I just wanted to know, because I want to throw one, guys.
Okay.
I just think, I really love the idea of them. I think they're really cool. And, like, it would be so cool to just post up like a couple hours before like time date, and then like that's it. That's all you get. And like people just rock up, and it would be like some cool like summer secret.
Well, you don't even
house.
do that though, do you? You just put the event up through the private page and put the event up.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of planning that went into
of course,
getting to where we are today.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, you just put the location up as well, right?
But then what
was
do
it
you
a week
like?
before, or do you put it up at day one?
It depends what kind of event we're throwing. If we're talking about the illegal kind, then it's usually the day before.
Like tunnel raves.
Oh, tunnel raves.
Oh, like, I'll invite you to these.
Wait, what? Wait, which tunnel?
Swan View. There's like
Can we
a
get that
walking
up?
track.
Yeah, can we pull that up? Yeah. No, so people do throw parties in this, but it's like it's a K long, about a K long, right? And take a bunch of generators to the middle of this tunnel.
Yeah.
And have lasers shooting out
No,
one
stop.
side. Yeah. And the tunnel is probably like half the size of this room.
Wow.
Wide. Yeah.
There's
That's
a shot of the
wild.
inside the tunnel. It's like 300 meters long, so we just set up decks in the middle and then run like laser lights down.
Sounds cooler when you say it's a K long.
It's not that long.
It's pretty long.
That is so cool.
It would take you like 7 minutes to walk the.
Yeah.
Is it just one like one DJ?
Yeah.
And it just either side?
No, it's just one side.
Oh.
And so it was kind of
just one side.
Like,
so the cylinder. Yeah, sorry.
So what I'm saying is like the cylinder. Do you have them in the middle, or is they just here and then the rest is like?
Yeah, so the decks are in the middle, pointing down one side, and we try and keep everyone to one side of the tunnel.
Right. Okay.
But on the entranceway, like as you walk in, we like light up the entrance of the tunnel with like projection mapping and stuff.
Can you pull up Mines and Moria on
what kind of
Lord of the Rings? You know Lord of the Rings when it's have you seen that? Like you know how in Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring? Yeah, like
yeah.
They did that. Like the third image. No, fourth image. That one. Yeah, they did that basically.
Yeah.
Like I pulled up at the car park and I'm like, I have no idea where I'm going. So I hear the bass. I'm like, okay, going this way.
Well, if you see this is like the face of the tunnel. There's no train tracks anymore. So, but we like project over to the.
That's it.
Like
and so there was just a Land Cruiser at the front and it's just a projector on it. And you can see the multicolored in the distance. You're like, I'm going the right way.
Yeah.
And you rock up and you're like, okay, is this Narnia or some shit?
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah, very cool.
What?
Yeah.
You guys need a DJ? Like, wait.
You never know.
We've never really talked about soon like that much on the podcast, have we?
No.
What kind of music?
Well, that one's called Techno Tunnel.
See, guys, I'm
See, genre switching.
See, I'm genre switching. I've decided to genre switch now.
do some techno. Soon is about 7.5 years ago. A few friends got together.
Yeah.
There'd be like 50 people. They'd take a generator out somewhere and start partying. And as that grew, about 4.5 years ago, I got invited to one.
Yeah.
And then from there we sort of made it into a like sort of little low key business sort of thing. And now we're throwing 7-8 events a year. Half of them are free. We don't charge for our legal raves.
Yeah.
So you can come to them for free.
Yeah.
But occasionally we do throw events at like Jackrabbits and the Sewing Room and stuff like that. And that funds everything else we do.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's think like a very miniature Blazing Swan, but it's a rave instead of a
Yeah.
And they're so much fun.
Yeah.
They're so much fun. And they literally go into the sunrises.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like the beach party. The beach party was like, 30 degrees at like midnight or something like that?
Yeah.
It was so hot. Everyone was getting in the water. I literally had to I got in the water like 4 or 5 times because I'd get in the water, then I'd get out and get sand in my hands.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, how can I DJ? Back in the water.
Well, there's only one way. Like,
that's it.
I remember going to like one of those beach raves with my sister one New Year's. And like, we just couldn't find it for ages. We were like in the sand dunes for ages, just like listening for the bass. And like as you get closer you can hear it and you're like, oh my gosh, like oh my gosh,
getting closer.
Yeah. And it's like crazy because you like get over the sand dune and like there's just like this huge dip and like there's all these people in there and it's like just really cool, right? You're like, well, that place is a secret place.
There's something special about those kinds of events. It's very like the counterculture, like we're doing this illegally, and that's kind of like that adds a extra element of mystique to it.
Yeah.
Everyone finds it fun, even if it is sort of a shit show that's been like ham together in the last hour.
Yeah.
Which sometimes it's just the way it is. So.
It's cool, right? It's cool.
Yeah.
So
And see the best part as well, since it's free, it's like you go to a club,
yeah,
paying $25
the thing.
entry, and you got to buy drinks and stuff.
yeah,
Or you go to a beach rave, you're like, all right, let's take a 6-pack down,
Yeah,
or a 10-pack,
yeah.
or like me, let's take a bottle of vodka and start shouting everyone's shots.
literally. I think that's been the best thing to come out of like DJing is like when you go to these events, they just give you like drink tokens and like bar cards.
You want, yeah.
Yeah, you
You're
save
on
a
the
bit
right
of money
pathway.
there.
I'm on the list.
Yeah.
I've got a bar card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm a
well.
DJ. I'm on the
All right,
list.
question time. What's the biggest bar card you've ever had?
Oh, probably like $100.
Okay. I
Yeah.
was gonna
Yeah,
say,
like-
I've had $100 as well.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
Alex, you had $100.
But no, but it's still like, I was like,
I
yep.
got 2 free drinks a couple weeks ago.
I was like,
when I
as
was
soon as I
DJing.
got that $100 bar card, I was like, all right, because that's the other beauty thing about playing at bars. You can access the restaurant. So
Oh,
I played this place
yeah.
called Beaumont on the Point. They gave me
Yeah.
a $100 bar card. I was like, all right, 2 shots of tequila, a pint of beer, and then okay, I'll get you katsu chicken and I'll get a salad.
Just to even it out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah. It's good, hey.
because at least you get a feed out of it as well.
Yeah.
And it's just, well,
Yeah, it'll be good if you start doing that because I don't think there's a lot of people in Perth doing sort of around rave sort of thing. There's
Yeah.
a lot of doofs, but not
A lot of
a lot of
doofs.
raves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually never been to one of the doofs.
okay.
I see them everywhere though.
They're cool. They're really fun.
Really cool,
but
right?
they're full of hippies.
Hectic.
A lot of
Yeah,
them are
and-
like a few day
Hectic.
things, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's too much to give up.
Mm.
Like a few days of my life.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. It's like
Well, that's like with Blazing Swan. Blazing Swan is like a whole week. Back, it's like 9 days or 7 days, isn't it?
Blazing Swan goes over a week, but the thing with Blazing Swan
Wow.
is like you're guaranteed 7 days. Of
That's it, yeah. And it's like a 5-hour drive or something from here, I'm pretty sure.
It's
Yeah.
in Coolin.
Yeah, where's Coolin? It just sucks because they had to.
yeah, COVID's been real. But that's the other thing. It's like, but do I do that because then they could get cancelled? You could lose a bunch of money. Like it's
Yeah, that's
It
where
is
you
a-
have to have your
That's
own
where
equipment.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where Blazing
Oh,
quite
okay.
far away. But see, that's like, do you have your own equipment at all?
No, see, I only have like
DJ
my
decks?
controller and like some like little speakers. Yeah,
Speakers are expensive.
expensive, right? Yeah.
Mitch, I just went out and bought. Like, can you pull this up? Please? Look
Get this up. Get it up.
yeah, a CP8 US. It's amazing. On the 8-inch speaker. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to
you,
get
like,
a bit comfy. I'm like, oh, can the microphone pick up me like moving around,
Scooching
in my
around your
chair?
chair. So that speaker was
Yeah.
$900,
Oh,
and it's only that big, tiny, but it's
Does it
1,000 watts.
packs-
Yeah, it's stupid loud.
wow.
Like stupid loud. So I'm really happy because now I got 2 of them. But the thing is with that is like it is just the perfect fallback speaker, perfect monitor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like that's what I mean. Like for something like that, you're paying for the quality. It's a really good speaker,
Mm-hmm.
but $900.
Mm.
And so like normal PA speakers are. Can you look up DB12s? They're probably like the best value for money I reckon you get for a 12-inch PA.
Yeah.
And if you were to look into getting like equipment stuff, no, not QSC, Yamahas. Yeah,
You guys
just look
know
up
all
that.
the like the codes, like the
Oh, these are just the
EFI
names.
and
So how
S-
much are those? They're like
really
700
impressive.
each.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they're 12 inches.
Mark
Mhm.
2s are 1,000.
They're the DXRs though. Yeah, there's not really a difference between them. One's a wooden case, one's a plastic. The plastic case only weighs 5 kilos though, so it's actually not that heavy
Yeah.
at all. It's just big and bulky.
Yeah.
While the DXR, I think, weighs like 12 kilos.
Yeah. Oh, but a good set of speakers.
Yeah,
Like
if you were to like look into stuff,
Yeah.
like definitely.
that might
Have you ever thought about doing weddings or like other functions or anything at all?
not really. I mean, yeah, it's not really my like vibe. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's fair.
Yeah, it's not that I think like I'm too good for them or anything. It's just like it's not really my vibe. Like I like the house like sort of scene and like the
Yeah.
house parties, beach parties, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because that's
Um,
the thing. If you play it at a wedding, you have to play what
Play
they want to
what
hear,
they want. Yeah,
and it's usually just bad music.
like the
Putting up
classics.
with requests. Oh,
Yeah,
God,
requests
Yeah.
and like yeah, it's just I kind of like having the kind of freedom to kind of play
Yeah,
what I kind of want to play. Yeah.
See, I've done a wedding before, and
Yeah.
the sister, she didn't want to buy the bride a present. So what she did instead was she wrote out a bit of paper front and back, 200 songs, 1 to 200
Yeah.
songs I had to play. So I was like, here's your wedding present.
It's like, yeah.
So I'm just like, why don't you just put Spotify
But,
on?
yeah, like,
why are you paying me?
And you're like, now I
Stupid
have to
money
go
for
and buy
this.
all of these songs. Like,
Yeah.
get all these songs. Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Mitch reckons we've only got 5 minutes.
Really?
You know.
Oh my goodness.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Time does fly when you have
20
fun.
minutes in, it'll just be like...
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, see, like, this is the beauty of the podcast. We just chat and do this and do that.
It's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, that's exactly catching on my catchphrase. So with your music and everything, so I mean, you've already been doing it for 4 years. You've been playing out and about. You've been, you've done some really impressive things.
Yeah.
So where do you want to go? Like, because I think we've asked you this earlier. But,
Yeah.
But like, so you want to do events?
I mean, I
and
think
you wanna
events might be really fun.
potentially switch genres and
Potentially
stuff like
switch
that. Well, not
genres.
switch, but try
Yeah.
different genres and stuff.
I'd love to like get in maybe like a club residency or something. Like,
What would be your like
Your favorite club? To
favorite
play
club
at?
to play at?
I don't know.
Slim's is really good. They
Slim,
look after the
I really,
DJs
really thought Nevermind was really cool.
Yeah.
But like they've closed down,
It's
haven't they?
not-
Yeah.
yeah.
The thing is, though, is because we're actually getting Ace back on here soon. And so he's basically, he said last time we interviewed him that it's the end, but it's not the end.
It's not the end. Ooh,
And
okay.
we've heard through the grapevine that he's definitely going to open a club again.
Yeah. But actually, oh my gosh, no wait. I've thought of. So you guys know White Pepper?
Yeah.
Like, he's opening that new club, The Vault.
He's opening a club.
Yeah, is he not?
I had no idea.
Yeah, The Vault.
Can you see if you can find
Him
that?
and Isaac, they've got a new club opening up.
Vault.
Looks really good. Like, I'd love
Vault?
to play there.
Whereabouts is that?
I don't think
Mandra?
it's open yet. I think it's set to open like April 2nd or something. No, it didn't go up. Yeah.
What does that say?
Yeah, was that it?
No,
Like, it's like
way.
literally brand new. Is it a club? I'm pretty sure it's a club.
Okay.
But there would be
if
really
you're allowed to
cool.
release it even.
No, it's on Instagram.
Oh, it is on Instagram?
Yeah.
No, why?
Okay, so it's sort of like
Yeah, whereabouts is
East
that?
Perth kind of.
Yeah, so they're all about like house music, and I'm
It's
like,
near
oh,
Gilkinson's.
that.
Oh, is that so? Where's Lucy's Love Shack from?
Oh, guys, now I'm scared that I wasn't allowed to share that.
No,
and I'm pretty
if
sure
if it's got an Instagram
that's
page.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
Let me just check that.
It's right next door to Lucy's.
It's right next
Yeah,
door
yeah.
to Lucy.
So Murray Street.
Same, pretty much next door.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Opening April 2nd. A celebration of freedom, dance, and house music. I'd love to play there.
Can we pull up their Instagram? That's very interesting. That's so cool that White Pepper's only opening a club. Like, that's really cool.
Yeah, right? Like,
That's always
hats off
been
to those guys. They've done really well there. It looks really cool. Like, it just, the hype they've built up and like
That's definitely
the like the brand looks really, really good.
What's the
let me see.
handle for the Instagram?
It's the Vault Perth.
Yeah, because you've also got Vault Security, which I can see they've got an Instagram. I don't know why they have an Instagram.
Niche events?
No. Yes. but you see, like, under niche events, it's like at the Vault Perth, like just above. Yeah. So they've
There we
got
go.
Tina Says doing the first
Okay.
opening. Like, it just seems really cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a different vibe to
Thanks,
what
Instagram.
the clubs are usually like.
And
these
look,
days.
top right. So look at that behind the wire. So look, no, click on So that's Lucy's Love Shack. But you can't.
It won't
view
let me.
And then on the top left,
It's 104 Murray Street, so I'm guessing it's probably it's just a takeover of
The
Lucy's
takeover?
Love Shack.
Oh, so it's not a club. Like, it's not.
it might
I'm
be.
confused. Or is
yeah.
it like their event?
It might be an event, maybe.
It might be like the event. That's so embarrassing.
No.
Still, guys, I was like, it's a club.
So, yeah, because that's...
So, yeah,
Right.
Lucy's Love
So
Shack is the
taking
same
over?
address, 104
Yeah,
Murray
Oh,
Street.
okay.
Oh,
Sorry,
I was about to
everyone.
be like, oh my god, he's opening a house club right
He's like,
next
Hannah,
door.
what the hell?
Like, because the thing is, I've heard the rent there is ridiculous, but it's so...
Maybe just take over then. But that's really cool still.
Yeah, that is still really cool, yeah. So that's the thing with Lucy's, like, when that place first opened, I did the first 8 weeks there, Fridays and Saturday nights. An amazing venue.
Yeah.
But they've had so much trouble, like, trying to keep people in and get it.
Oh, okay.
It's a beautiful venue. It's
Yeah.
old school amber and stuff.
Mm-mm-mm.
But it's like, when I first got to play there, it was heavy rock kids, punk
Yeah.
rock,
What's your mic, Alex?
metal kids, and everything like that. And it was really, really good. But then what ended up happening was the indie kids started coming in, which isn't a bad thing. More people to the venue. But they want me to swap it up.
Right.
And I'm not really good at... I'm good at playing indie rock, but I'm not good at playing it.
Yeah,
I don't know all of it.
Yeah.
But I know, some of it. Like, I'd say 30% of it or something. But so then with that, it's like... They started booking other DJs, and with the other DJs, it was good and it worked out well. And then it actually got picked up by the queer community, the LGBTQ.
Yeah.
I think I said that, and I think. And so with that, it was really, really good, because then it's like, once again, it adds to that.
Yeah.
But the problem is since it's so far out, it's on the east side of Perth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like to get people there all the time.
Yeah.
Because it's not near, Northbridge. It's not near the other side of the city. It's quite far out. And it used to do so, Amber used to do so well because of Gilkinson's. Like, people would bar hop almost.
Right.
But the problem is now it's like, and they used to have a kitchen there. They used to do $6 Thursdays, and it was the best thing ever. $6 beers, $6 spirits, just $6 pizzas.
Oh, naughty.
And the pizzas were so good.
Oh.
Like, so tasty. They had a mushroom pizza there. It was the best ever. But the thing is, though, is now it's like they've started putting drum and bass events there again.
Right.
And they're obviously putting house events and stuff there again.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to get people through the doors, because it's owned by Boomtick. And so Boomtick own Jackrabbit Slims, and they also own another club. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But the thing is, it's just like, if you don't have people in the venue, how do you pay your rent?
Exactly.
So they got to do something to
get them through.
Yeah. But Lucy's is just so cool.
Yeah.
One of a kind, beautiful, stunning venue.
Yeah.
You've been in there before,
I think I've been there.
That's one where it's like all dim lit red and stuff like that.
Yes.
And then it's like booths and and the stage is really awkwardly placed in the corner.
Yeah. Could do a lot with that kind of space.
100%, yeah.
I hate to be that guy, Alex, but we have to wrap it up.
Yeah, that's all right, yeah.
Oh.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
No worries, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's been really fun.
It's been fun. Good.
Yeah, it's been really great.
I told you it'd be fun.
This is your first time on a podcast.
It is.
Yeah.
Really,
Hopefully
really appreciate it.
good experience.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's the thing is, like, 2 years, 3 years, you never know where you'll be.
Yeah, maybe we'll do another meetup.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
For sure. Like,
See
we'll
where
run
we're
out
at.
of Perth people eventually.
No,
go back for round 2.
Yeah, well, we have to go back for round 2 anyway, but we're going to start doing boards. Like, we get a few people on.
Oh, great.
3-4 people on.
Yeah.
Like a panel of people.
That's it, not boards, panel of people.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
And so we're going to probably start doing that more often, maybe halfway towards the end of the year. So then, definitely get you back on for that. And then we can all talk about music and stuff.
Would love it.
Yeah. Not a problem at all.
Do you want to, but just before you go, let everybody know where to find you?
Yeah, so...
Look into the camera here.
Oh yeah, so SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/Hann with 2 N's DJ. And then Instagram is HANN.DJJ.
Yep. So don't worry if you spelt it wrong or whatever. We've got the links in the description of the video down below, so make sure you check those out before you go.
Yep.
Amazing. Thank you, guys.
All right, yeah. Thank you so much for coming on. Yeah, gonna do this again, because once again, thank you, Saul. This is awesome. I love it. All right, we will see you guys tomorrow with Lucy and Black, who has just opened a new club in... Do you remember Toastface Griller at all?
Yes.
So he has just helped open, or maybe opened, but he's got a lot to do with it, a club in Toastface Griller.
Oh,
so
wow.
They've moved now.
Okay.
And so where Toastface Griller was, it's downstairs, and it's like a little rave cave or something, isn't it, Mitch?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you've thrown an event there now, haven't you?
I've thrown 2 there now.
Yeah, 2 events, yeah.
Third one coming up this week.
It's only got a capacity of like 60, 70 or something like that, doesn't it?
During COVID, our max capacity at the moment is 55.
Yeah, but before COVID though, it's...
Before COVID, it's 75.
Yeah, 75, yeah.
But there's some talks about extending the liquor license out to because Perth want to revive some of the laneways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's right backed onto a laneway. So if we can get that extra space, then that could even go up to 120 people. So
Yeah, and it is such a cool venue.
Yeah.
Like it's just a hallway basically.
It's nice, little intimate.
You're just downstairs, intimate hallway kind of
Yeah.
venue, and it's a base cave.
Yeah,
basically.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
it's like a little pre-party for ravers who are going out to because we finish at 11:30.
yeah.
So the idea is you come for pre-drinks and then you head off to your
The
event in the
pre-party.
city. It's just on Barrack Street, right across the road from the train station. So
Yeah.
it's really accessible and close, and it's a
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
little cool venue underneath a coffee store, and the coffee store stays open, so you can get all the food and stuff from the coffee store and
Yeah.
coffees if you want. So
That's
yeah,
good.
it's a good vibe. Good
Yeah.
time.
late night
Definitely.
singers.
All right, sign us off,
All
Alex.
right, we'll see you tomorrow. Catch you guys. That was cool.